So as you've already seen how to actually be a printf statement in Java, that's a basic program. Now let's go to the next topic, Java variables. So what is a variable? In Java, there are actually different types of variables. For example, like the data types are string, int, float, char, boolean. So if you want to create a variable, you will be creating variables of these data types. Okay. String, what's a string? It stores text like hello, or like it's actually surrounded by double quotes. Int means integer. Integer stores the numbers without decimal values. Float means it will have the floating point numbers, that's with decimals. Char means it stores single characters such as A or B, just like alphabets. Boolean, it just states two states, one is true and the other one is false. Now I'll show you sample programs how you can create variables using these data types. Okay. So now we have a sample program here, public class variable, and inside that we have a main function. We are going to create a variable of the data type string, and we are going to store a value in it, and we are going to print the value. So how will you do it? You just have to call the data type first, string. Here in Java, the data type for string starts with the capital S, and then let's say name is equal to, let's say, David. Okay. Now you have to print system.out.println name. Sorry, not in double quotes. There are some few basic rules of variable. When you're creating a variable can only starts with underscore or an alphabet letter. It cannot start with a number or any other special characters. And a variable name cannot contain like the keyword as in Java. Like it cannot be the same name as the data type. You can't create a variable name with the same name as string. You have to change at least the case of the letters or anything. So yeah, not only that, the variable can't be like if or else or for. There are some few keywords in Java. You can't use those for while creating a variable name. And always create a variable name which is meaningful. Like if you just create A, B, C, D, a person who is actually looking at your program for your first time, they won't understand what variables and what meaning it has. So when you're creating a variable, always create a variable with a specific meaning and purpose to it. So now here I want to print the name. That's why I created a variable name with the name. I hope you understood. Okay, so let's try to run this program, and you will actually get David here. So if you want to actually also have a print statement and then call the variable name, what you will do is you will just write it in the quotes, your name is, and then you will have a plus symbol which will concatenate the string your name with the variable name. Okay. Now let's try to run the program. Here you got it. Your name is David. So now we have created a variable using the data type string. So let's now create a variable using data type integer. So let's just erase this code and let's say int num1 is equal to 10. Now if you want to print the number, you can just say system.out.println the number is num1. That's it. So now we will get the number is equal 10. Okay. Now if you have two numbers, like then you have to say int num2 is equal to 20. And if you're planning to add these two numbers and print it, so you can say the sum is num1 plus num2. This will give you the sum of both the numbers. One second. Sorry, in the before statement, I actually gave without the brackets, and when you're giving without the brackets, Java does concatenate everything. So if you give like num1 just num2 normally, what Java does is it concatenates all the string with the integers. And now your answer will be like the sum is 10, 20. But we need to get the answer, the sum is 30, right? So you have to give extra bracket here to enclose the num1 and num2 within the brackets. So now when you run it, you get the answer. The sum is 30. If you are planning to print both the numbers with a bit of space, you can give like the number is number 1 is num1 plus, and the number 2 is plus num2, and you can actually erase this extra bracket. Now you are expecting an output for both the numbers. The number 1 will be 10 and the number 2 will be 20. Let's run this program. You get it. The number 1 is 10 and the number 2 is 20. If you just want to add some space here, you can just add here. Okay. This is the way you format the string. You have the space. Number 1 is 10 and the number 2 is 20. Now we have actually created a variable using the data type integer. Now let's say if you want to create a variable using data type float, you just have to change the data type here. Float. Float will actually give you the output in decimal values. Okay. Let's try to run this program. Look at this. Now, though we have actually given here the number float number 1 is equal to 10, but still in the output we got 10.0, right? So it is actually in the decimal format. It's not the integer format anymore. So that's how you create variables in Java, with assigning them to data types. Okay. Thank you.